aspirants. So the exam is getting very closer. So the main thing all the aspirants should keep in mind is never ever get panic. The more you keep yourself cool and calm, the more you secure the mark. All you need to do is just do revising and have a hope on what you are prepared for the last few months or years, whatever it is. But be strong and keep calm, and peace of mind will definitely helpful for to clear this exam. Never get panic. So with that note, we'll start with today's news. So even limited arsenic exposure can create a cognitive disability. So this comes under GS3 pollution. So for prelims, you have to study about arsenic in groundwater, which is a geogenic contaminant that is caused by natural geologic process. So the problem is, if there is a high arsenic in groundwater, that actually create a very huge problem in the health of human being. Particularly, this incidence of high arsenic is caused in the Ganga plains. So arsenic occurrence in groundwater is highly sporadic in nature, and also that is the sources, and that is that creates a health issues. Remember, this is naturally present at high levels in groundwater. Arsenic is highly toxic in its inorganic form, and this contaminated water used for drinking or food preparation or irrigation that definitely create a greatest threat to the public health. And long-term exposure from drinking water can cause cancer and skin lesions. So it is associated with cardiovascular disease and diabetes also. So in utero and early childhood exposure, that also linked to the cognitive development, and it increased death in the young adults. So remember, there are two types of arsenic. One is organic and another one is inorganic. So atoms of arsenic bound with other elements to form molecule. If carbon is one of this element, then the arsenic compound is known as organic. If there is no carbon present, then it is said to be an inorganic. So inorganic arsenic is a known human carcinogen. Remember, it is linked with increased risk of cancer and other health effects. So the WHO actually fixed the permissible limit of this arsenic. So for according to the WHO guidelines, the value for arsenic in drinking water should be 0.01 milligram per liter. Okay, the permissible limit of arsenic in India is 0.05 milligram per liter. Okay. So then Supreme Court back to its full strength of 34 as CJI and administers oath to 2 new judges. So this you may expect for this prelims. This comes under GS2 judiciary. So single system of courts we have adopted from Government of India Act 1935. So Article 124 to 147 in Part 4 of Constitution deals with the organization, independence and jurisdiction powers and procedures of Supreme Court. So when it comes to the appointment, Supreme Court judges are appointed by the President. So the President appoints the Chief Justice after consulting with Supreme Court and High Court Justice as he consider if it is appropriate. This comes up from Article 124 Clause 2. So the President appoints the other judges after consulting with Chief Justice and as many additional Supreme Court and High Court judges as he considers appropriate. Again, the qualification of judges is he must be the Indian citizen, must be the judge of High Court for at least 5 years, or should serve as an advocate of a High Court for at least 10 years, or a distinguished jurist in the President judgment. Remember, Constitution does not specify the minimum age for nomination as a Supreme Court judges. The tenure is also not specified in the Constitution. So but still there are 3 proviso. He can into the office until he reaches the age of 65, or he can write to the President and he can resign his position, or if a Parliament suggests, the President has the power to remove him from office. Okay, and salaries are charged to the Consolidated Fund of India, which means it is not subjected to the parliamentary approval. Okay, the next issue is SEBI moved sticks to AIF rules. AIF is alternate investment fund. So for prelims you have to study about the category of AIF. So this comes under GS3 capital market. So for prelims the basic thing you need to know is about AIF, which is a privately pooled investment fund. The investments are pooled from different persons. Maybe the private means maybe from the Indians or from the foreign sources, and that can be in form of a trust or a company or corporate or LLP, whatever it is. But that should be defined by the SEBI regulation 2012. Okay. So the venture capital fund, hedge fund, commodity fund, debt fund, these all are called AIF. AIF does not contain funds that are subject to SEBI laws. So AIF is remember AIF is a private fund. It fall outside the regulatory framework of SEBI. So there are different categories of AIF. A category 1 is this funds are invested in startup, small and medium firms. So this fund have the potential to grow financially. So government will also encourage investment in this business. Example is like infrastructure, angel fund, venture capital fund, social venture fund. This gives a positive potentiality, that is called category 1 AIF. When it comes to category 2, the funds that are invested in both equity and debt instrument, funds that are not already classified as category 1 or 3 also included here. Example is fund of fund, debt fund, private equity fund. Category 3 AIF is this provide returns in a short period of time, and it has a very huge risk like a hedge fund, private investment in public equity fund. Government has made no concession or incentive in relation to this one. Remember, category 1 is positively mooted fund. Category 3 is negative mooted fund. Category 2 comes under where the fund does not falls under category 1 and category 3. Okay. Thank you. If you have any queries, feel free to contact this below number. Thank you. Have a great day.